Hello and hello and good afternoon, and welcome to First United Methodist Church of Brazoria. This is Pastor Don speaking to you, welcoming you to our parent or adult orientation for this year's hopefully one-off virtual vacation Bible school. The orientation today is just to familiarize you with what's going to be happening and what is going to be going on, and hope that we answer any of your questions, whether you're watching us live right now or if you are watching this sometime later. So, somebody just sent a text message in at this moment, so I'll have to see what that is here in a moment. Give you just some basics and before I even give you the basics, let me go back to the screen here in just a second and let you know who is going to be, who's here to present today. First, we have Jenny Raska from our partner church, partner in this VBS, First Presbyterian Church here in Brazoria. We have Beth Brown, who will be leading the elementary school crafts. And then on the far right over here, we have my administrative assistant, Wendy Schaefer, who will be handling the administrative functions for VBS and the registration. As we come back to the slides, I just want to let you know, and then I'll check and see what the text is. VBS will be this year will be July 13th through the 17th, July 13th through the 17th. And it, again, will be live streamed on a closed Facebook group due to copyright issues with the materials, and also making sure that we protect our children from any sort of online disruption and so forth that could happen. Each day will consist of a video lesson followed by a craft video. And I'm going to, and I'll let you know the timing of this, and then I'll let Jenny tell you all about the material that you'll be getting. We will have two streams. The pre-K one will be at 9 a.m. here in the closed Facebook group. And then the elementary age will follow at 10 o'clock. And again, there'll be two pre-K videos, a content with music and Bible story and activities, and then a craft video, and then the same for elementary. So I'm going to turn it over to, as soon as I can advance the slide and hit the right button here, I'm going to hand it over to Jenny to talk about the program each day.
Good afternoon. I'm Jenny Raska with the First Presbyterian Church. We're excited to tell you about our joint VBS. Focus, take a closer look, is the theme of this year's program. Faith, trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see, is the focus of this week. The theme verse is from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2a. Let us keep looking to Jesus. He is the one who started this journey of faith, and he is the one who completes the journey of faith. The video lessons are engaging and full of energy. The music is upbeat and will get the kids dancing and singing along. The first day talks about seeing God in creation and teaches kids to focus on what you can see using the scripture in Romans 1:20. Day 2 uses the story of the wise and foolish builders in Matthew 7 to help children understand that you can hear from God. On the third day, the scripture from Matthew 16 tells of Peter saying that Jesus is the Messiah and shows children that you can talk with others about what you believe. Day 4 focuses on the Lord's Prayer in Matthew 6, helping students to learn that you can pray anytime, anywhere, about anything. On the final day, the focus is on the greatest commandment in Matthew 25, teaching the children you can live for God by loving others. See, hear, talk, pray, live. Simple words that capture important lessons about our faith. We invite you to share this virtual VBS with all the children in your life.
And thank you, Jenny, for for your presentation. The material is excellent, wonderful, and engaging and high energy, and the kids are just going to love it. There is no doubt about it. Now I'm going to move the camera over here. This is not as elegant as I would like it to be, but that's just the way things are. We've had a little bit of trouble with hitting the right buttons already, but one of the big things kids always enjoy about Vacation Bible School, other than all the singing and meeting their friends, are the crafts. And again, we will have age-appropriate crafts for the elementary age and for the pre-Ks. And I'm going to turn on Miss Beth's microphone, and she's going to talk to you about some really fun crafts that are coming up.
Well, the first thing I want to say is that if you're looking for the crafts and you're not eager to go out to the stores with all this COVID, I can't remember the big name, uh, going on, you always have Amazon. Most of these crafts you could buy at Amazon and have it come to you. The other craft store that will let you order online and you can pick up at the store is Michael's. Now, I don't know if Hobby Lobby has any, I'm not aware of them having anything, so you would have to go there to that. And those are the places where I shop besides your good old Walmart, your grocery store. Starting out, day one, we're looking to see God. And so we're going to make this little toy thing here. And it's called Balloon Cup Launcher. And once you have it set up, you can use this little guy to bullseye and see how close you can get to the different areas there. I just personally like to take the launcher, with Jenny's help the last time we met. She taught me how to use this thing. After I put it together, you take a balloon, a cup, and some duct tape, and you're doing the duct tape here. You want to make sure the insides is totally covered up and flat. Otherwise, the ball is going to get knocked back into the cup. And then down here, you probably do a better job than I can with this. I kind of did this in a hurry. But basically, duct tape, cup, and a balloon. And this duct tape's holding that balloon down. Once you get your balloon tied here, then you put it around the cup. And you want to make the smallest hole possible and just make it a little bigger and a little bigger until you can get the right size. Otherwise, you're going to end up with too big of a hole. All right, then you do the launching by finding the hole, as Jenny showed me last time. Pull this back. I've got it down into the little flat area there, and we launched it. And that's the fun thing about that one. So we're focusing on seeing God and trying to get as close as we can to seeing God. This is a wise man, foolish man. One of the wise men, he built it on a rock. He built his house on a rock. The foolish man built it on sand. I wonder what happened. These dowels are nothing but a package of those you can get at Walmart. And they're already ready to go. And just get the size big enough to be able to do this so you can see your houses on the right place, the rock and the stone. And that's the wonderful thing of hearing. That would be hearing from God. And then the next craft, we are going to talk to God. Well, this is going to hang on our window to remind us to talk to God. And it's a cool craft. You take your to-go order thing, and remember you want to have a lip to it because you're going to pour this in to form this. So you need enough lip to be able to do that. And the nice thing about the size of it, you can see on the picture there, is a little bit smaller than a dime. So we're talking real small stones. The smaller they are, the more you can put in this thing and have color. And I want to come up with a different one on this because I like that craft. I bought this at Hobby Lobby and I got 7 of these out of this for a few dollars. Everything is inexpensive too. But if it's too much for you, just let us know and I will gather up the supplies for you to let you be able to enjoy it too. That one dealt with talking to God. And now we talk about praying to God. Whoa, cross reminds us to pray, right? You take a foil and you're going to use your strong foil, as in the, what do you call it? Heavy duty foil to cover this, because that'll keep it from, when you're using pins and permanent markers, it's going to keep it from poking in through the foil. And you just cover up that foam cross with this. And if you want to use your electrical tape here, parents, you may want to be around because the side of this tape sometimes is a little bit sharp. And cover these up.
It's aluminum tape,
And it's
Beth,
aluminum
not
tape.
not electrical tape.
I'm
It's
sorry,
air conditioning
aluminum
tape.
tape. I'm messing up with the words.
But that air conditioning aluminum sealing tape
Right.
has a sharp edge on it, so it's very sticky, but it can cut.
It's very sticky and it's
Parents
very
should
good
do
to
that.
cover it up, so that way you can make a design on the front and the back, both. And you're going to use your Sharpies to get the color. So just a pen to get an indentation, but Sharpies give us the color to it. And that was praying for God. And then we are doing our last craft, which is living for God by loving others. Well, we have this lovely frame here, and we can take a picture and have somebody picture that we want to pray about, to do for or give this away to somebody. This one was done with tissue paper and Mod Podge. And you can get that frame at Walmart. You can also get it at Hobby Lobby in a package. And Michael sells them for $1, and they have a lot of them. And then I tried the foam frames, which you can find easily. And they work just as well. But instead of Mod Podge, I used half a cup of glue and half a cup of water. And if you got both of those things, you have the glue at home, you can make your own and don't need to buy the expensive Mod Podge. And if you don't have these things at home, you can use popsicle sticks and cover it up. So there's many ways to make the frame to hold a picture of somebody you want to remember and love. And if you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And if you get that week, we're doing the VBS. Let me know if you have any trouble with it. I'll be happy to help you out.
All right, thank you, Beth. Now, since I know at least a couple of you all there have pre-Ks, without too much further ado, and Miss Leanne is on commenting right now on Facebook. So if you have questions, and we'll come to questions and answers here in a little bit, but if you have questions about the pre-K, you can not hesitate, but message Leanne here. And Leanne, please feel free to correct me as I attempt to describe what's going on here with our pre-K crafts. Doing my best. For all of you who have tons and tons and tons of cases of toilet paper for the COVID epidemic, well, here is a wonderful use for that. And you can make these with, make binoculars, focus, looking and seeing God and seeing God's creation. So day one, we'll be making binoculars. So, yep, Wendy, we've seen some of these, so you understand. Howdy out there. So anyway, binoculars. So, and you notice it's got construction paper and whatnot, so you can make them look however you want to make them look. I believe as I remember, the yellow and green ones match the the ones made in the kids' treehouse on I think it was First Day Video. But anyway, I think they were green and yellow in that video, if my memory serves me right. Day 2, if your kids don't already have a phone. No, this is just a way to help you remember to pray. And it's just a little cell phone. It says, I can hear God and God can hear me, and talk to God. Kind of the basics of prayer. So we will be making an iPhone or an Android, whatever it is. We're going to make a God phone for the kids. So it's simple. It's cardboard, and just print out the material and cut it out and glue it in place. So there we go for day 2. Day 3. Now this is kind of an interesting one. I want you to, it's a prayer calendar, and I want you to imagine, put your imagining hat on, taking 2 paper plates, putting a hole through them, stacking them on top of each other, and putting a brad through them so that they rotate kind of around an axle, and cut a pie-shaped wedge in the top plate, and then put 7 different things around the circumference, around the perimeter of the lower plate. So as you turn it each day of the week, it's something, a picture to remind the children to pray. So again, well, and who knows, it might work for us grown-ups as well. St. Paul said we're to pray without ceasing. So here's a great way to remind us. If you want to make a grown-up one, that might be a great one to help you with your prayer life as well. And then this is something kind of cool that Leanne came up with, and I don't think she came up with it, but she suggested this. And since, well, it certainly seems like the quarantining and the staying at home isn't abating all that much, here was just a neat way of showing God's love to the world. And it is making out of construction paper a heart. And you can see the interwoven, interconnected strips of construction paper, talking about how, and they're forming crosses as well, how we are interconnected with our neighbors and with God. We can't love God without loving our neighbor. And this one has John 15:12 written on it, but hopefully the grown-ups can write either a Bible verse or maybe the name of neighbors or neighbor children, friends of the kids. And particularly if we're not able to get out and socialize, they're able to get out and socialize as they normally would. They can put these in the windows, and as the kids and neighbors walk by, they can see the effect on you and your children reaching out with love to them as they go by. Leanne, did I do a fairly good job? You can just let me know in the comments. I'll pause here before we go forward, just to make sure I didn't forget anything or mess it up too bad. Well, I guess that's a good sign then. All right. If you have questions about these, I think they're pretty basic and self-explanatory, but Miss Leanne will be glad to answer your questions on the crafts. And I do want to say something here, and Jenny's going to say a little bit more about it. With regard to the crafts, we do not want Vacation Bible School to be a financial burden to you or your family. And we know that the economy and the economic situation is not good. So we will be glad to assist you with obtaining craft materials and whatnot. You just need to let us know confidentially, and we will be glad to work out a means to get you the materials. We really want your kids to participate, and we want this to be a blessing and not a burden to you. Oh, I did forget one. Did I not? Oh, I messed up. There is a slide missing. Oh my gosh, there is. There's a preschool craft missing. I don't know if I can get it on the screen. While Wendy is doing that and with questions and answers, I will try to figure out how to get that up. There is a megaphone, and she sent me the picture, and I messed up, and I even edited the picture and forgot to make the slides. So, oops. There's a really pretty megaphone that kids can make, folding construction paper. Again, this is a pre-K craft with a handle on it, and they can decorate it. and just what you want your kids to be that much louder at home and in your yard. You'll really appreciate that. Next year we can add an electronic amplifier if you'd like. But anyway, I'll try to have a picture if I can figure out how to do this in the amount of time that I have without keeping you all too long afterwards. But anyway, those are the preschool crafts, and Miss Leanne will be handling that. Now, I said before, and this is really important stuff, and that has to do with the fact that we have to have the kids register for Vacation Bible School this year because of both the copyright, because we are using copyrighted video material, and also, again, because there have been problems on Zoom and other places where people have intentionally interfered and disrupted, and the last thing we want is a bad experience for the kids. So in order to get on the closed Facebook group, you will need to register, and I'm going to turn the floor over to my boss, Miss Wendy, and she'll tell you what you need to know to register.
All you need to know is you can email me at fumclady@brazoriainet.com. There will be a PDF form online at www.brazoriafumc.org. That's pending. It won't be up today. Or you can call me at the office at 979-798-2220. I look forward to registering as many kids as possible. And I'm going to make a request. Post your children's crafts on the page so we can see those. Please.
Yeah, or share them to the church Facebook page, or you can send them to the FUMC Lady, Brazoria INET. Send them, and we'll put them out on our church Facebook page, and we'll even show them during worship, which means they'll go out on the big stream on Sunday mornings. Yeah, we want to do that and celebrate the work of the children. Awesome idea, Wendy. Awesome idea. All right, thank you. And all right, push the right microphone button here. We've come to the question and answer phase. This was the purpose of today's event, was to hopefully answer questions before you even knew to ask them, and if not, spur some question. And I don't know why that isn't focusing at the moment. There we go. Let me move the camera, and it'll focus just a little bit. I will field them. If you have questions out there in Facebook land, go ahead and put them in a comment. And let's see what we have here. This didn't pop up. All right. Yep. And I just saw where Leanne put in, she'll need toilet paper rolls, duct tape, and glue, the things that make the world go round. So those are some of the supplies. And yes, I forgot the megaphone. So do you all have any questions? Oh, and Wendy Rogers Brown said, I've seen many of these materials at Dollar Tree in recent weeks, in case that helps anyone. That does help. So Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart. This is, and one of the things is, if you have more of something than you all need, sure, let us know, and yeah, share it with us, and we'll put them out. Miss Jenny, you want to tell us about where they can leave or get some of those materials, particularly if they'll let us know?
Yeah, if you let us know that you need material at our church, we have a blessing box that is just attached to the outside of our brick building, and we can leave those materials for you. Put your name on them and put them in the blessing box, and you can just stop by our church and pick them up. And Ms. Wendy, would you tell everyone when they call in what hours you are available?
I am here from 8:30 to 1:30, Monday through Thursday. Sorry about that. Thank you, ma'am. But I do get the emails 24/7. So
And I just got a comment here from Miss Leanne who said Walmart and Target and wherever etc. is. Anyway, Walmart, Target, etc. have order online and curbside pickup. Again, so you can get what you need and minimize
Michael's
your
does too.
exposure. And Wendy Rogers Brown says she has lots of cardboard that she can drop off, and we would appreciate that. Super. That's great. Other comments or questions? That's what we're here for. And while I'm waiting for any questions to pop up, let me also say this. I will be sharing, we're recording this. I will be sharing it on Facebook and on the church Facebook page, and Jenny will put it on the First Presbyterian Facebook page. So tell your friends about VBS for their kids, and if they weren't here today, they can go and watch the video feed. You can just watch the recording when it's convenient, and email us questions because we're happy to answer. Okay, questions going once, going twice. We'll give it just a little longer here. Because again, we're here for you, and we're really excited about having your kids participate in this program because regardless of denomination and location and all that, we're only about wanting to share the gospel, the good news of Jesus with your kids and with your family. And that's the reason. And I don't know how long First Pres and First Meth have been working together on these, but for some time now, and it's, and I guess in a way since 1836 when we were founded together, a little before any of our time. All right, well, if there aren't any more questions, and I tell you what, after we shut down, we'll hang around here for another 5 or 10 minutes offline with the camera off, and we'll still have, you can send a message to me on Facebook, and we'll try to answer that. But if there are no other questions, then we'd like to thank you for taking the time this afternoon to spend it with us and to focus on outreach to our children. I know just how devastating this COVID has been on everybody, but particularly our children. So thank you for taking time out of your busy day to participate with us, and we look forward to working with you on VBS this year. Please have a safe and healthy, blessed day, and we will be looking for you very soon in VBS. God bless.